Hello and welcome. This is theNameless Airsoft, and this is actually going to be my new series, hopefully. It's called, well, I'm going to call it DerpSoft, because I'm not the best Airsoft player, and it just seems somewhat appropriate. If you're wondering where we're actually at Code Red, and probably one of the better parks here in the Southern California area. And this is the guy right here in front of me is Honey Badger. We're here with a few other people. My brother Houdini, Saint Pinoy, Taz was here as well, although he didn't get to play. And we also have a guy by the name of Poe. He's sort of distinctive because he's not wearing any camouflage. He's just in sort of a black shirt, black mask, black hat. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of firsts in this game, and one of the firsts you'll notice is this is actually the first time I'm running the Echo 1 Platinum Edition M16A4 with the Daniel Defense Rail system included. Actually, I was expecting to have some problems with this gun. I mean, Airsoft kind of indicative that there are problems that you run into. But actually the gun worked really well, performed great. Now another one of the first is this is actually the first video that I will do commentary on, and hopefully I decide to do this more often. I'm kind of on the fence. If I do decide to do more commentary, I'm certainly going to invest in a better mic, but for now I'm just doing this on the cheap. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing this. I am definitely going to try to cut down on the length of these videos. I recorded a lot of footage here. We were there for maybe 4 hours, and maybe 2 hours of that I had footage, so I had a lot to edit, and I edited a lot out just to get it down to here. And so yeah, I'm going to try to fix that quite a bit. Do smaller videos, do probably better content if I can. You know, more of just like the really good stuff. So yeah, basically this was the first time I actually got to use the GoPro, and once again I was expecting to have problems with the recording and stuff like that, or battery life. And like I said, we were there for 4 hours, and most of the time I was recording, and it worked out beautifully. I had no major problems with the GoPro whatsoever. And if you're wondering what type of GoPro I run a Hero 3 Black Edition. Another thing is what's feeding this gun, this Echo 1, is the got killed there, is the brand new mags I have. I've never run them before. They are Lancer Tactical Flash Mags. I've used Flash Mags in the past. Honey Badger loaned me some of his for one of the events we went to, but I haven't run them very often, and certainly have never owned any. So once again, it was kind of nice to get a chance to run the Lancer Tacticals, and they fed really well. They worked all day long. I really could not ask anything more of them. Let's see here. Yeah, so this is that's pretty much all the first I really want to talk about. And now let's talk about the games. This is this map you see here is actually referred to as Trenches, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, this is probably everyone's favorite map here at Code Red. It certainly became mine. Obviously, this was the first time I've ever played at Code Red. I think Honey Badger and Saint Pinoy had been there before, but I've never been there. Houdini's never been there, and obviously Poe, this is his first game, has never been there. And so it was actually really interesting. Had to learn it, and this was our first game there. Obviously, this is my second spawn in. So I first tried the right side, and now we're trying the left side. And this is a capture defend type game, which is why you don't see the enemy team in the trenches with us. They're out there in their own town, which you can see off there in the distance, and they have to defend it. They can't come out. And our objective is to go in. So usually a lot of places this will just get bogged down and become kind of frustrating, but because of this sort of unique architecture with the trenches, it kept it really interesting because we could advance. And they could still get us, obviously, as you see that guy there on the left took a hit. But we were able to move up and to be effective if we just, worked as a team and remained tactical. So in here you can see us just trying to get up here. And I'm gonna start calling out those the teammates as we see them.
Okay, we got that.
Here you can see we're just trying to look over and get a position there. There's a guy watching us, and he's pretty much hitting the hillside just in front of this guy right here.
Okay, he's watching us.
And there on the right you can see Houdini. There's Houdini up there.
Okay, I have him. Out.
And this is of course typical. I run out of ammo right as I have to pin that guy down. But fortunately, this other guy here, he's able to take up a position and keep the guy down in such a way that we can advance.
Okay.
And so I know it kind of looks like I had some problems with that mag right there, but in reality the mags worked really well. They fed consistently throughout the day, and I was just really surprised by how well they worked, because I've obviously used high caps, but the one with the roller at the bottom, and I've had mixed results with them, so which is why I was really impressed that this one worked so well on the first time out. And pretty much same thing with the gun, it worked really well. I had no major complaints. And here I'm gonna get this guy right now. I noticed a few guys hiding back here, and there I get him. And it's hard to say how many people were actually back there. I think about 3 or 4, but I'm not really sure. I got 2 of them anyway. And then a third one is either going to move in there right now, or he's going to move in a little later. But anyway, I'm going to be here trying to get him out of there so that my teammates can move up. And what was kind of interesting about this was I was actually the first one to get to the city, but I never actually got inside it, which is I need to learn how to play Airsoft a little better. I think Honey Badger and St. Penoy, which is right there, both of them actually were able to get inside the city, which which I guess is a testament to their skill there. I on the other hand, I got stuck out here. And here I notice this guy's over there on that corner because I can see his helmet as he's trying to peek out. It doesn't show up too good on the film here.
There's one on the corner here. No, he's in here. He's directly in front of us. No, right here.
And here I'm just trying to make him as exposed as possible. Then he's going to peek out right here, and I'm going to get him. Initially I wasn't really sure, which is why I backed off and then tried to take that position.
Tango down, move up.
And then I'm going to realize as he walks away. And then here, of course, I'm a lefty, so I can't necessarily go in that way, otherwise I'm going to expose myself too much, so I decide to move to this other place, and then I see a guy peeking out looking at me. I assume that he's the only one there, which is why I charge, and then I find these 2 guys. Fortunately, I get them both, and I'm kind of killed there. I had to call that hit. And so now here we are walking back in. And if we seem to be walking sort of casually, this is because by this point you can see we've got at least 5 or 6 people up there by the outskirt of the city. Once again, I'm going to meet up with my buddy here, taking this position, and he's looking down this alleyway here, and there's a honey badger walking away, and I see this guy over here, this one in the black. That may be Poe, I'm not really sure, but whoever it is, I should have paid more attention to them. And this over here is Houdini, my brother, and he's using his brand new Echo 1 what's that called, AR or SR-25, but it's a more tactical version of it. It has a crane stock and everything. So I remember this place, the two guys camping here, and I'm thinking, okay, if they're there, I'm gonna try to sneak up on them. And I decide I'm gonna try to work my way around to the back and try to get the guys over there. So, but at first I gotta come through here. I didn't realize, or I didn't see that guy until it was way too late. Remember I mentioned the guy in the black that was walking out. I should have paid more attention to him. Well, there you go. I should have paid more attention. I would have noticed that there was someone in there and taken a little more caution. Instead, I try to rush in, and of course, that happened. Now, this is a capture the flag game, and you know, just here we're taking the rules as to how to play this game, how to play it right, how to play it fair. And this is maybe the third or fourth game that we play. So that's, you know, that's pretty average rules. And the gun I'm running here is actually a gun I've owned for quite some time. This is a classic Army 416 Delta, and all I've done to it is I put a ready mag on there, a mag pull angle grip, and a EOTech on there, a replica EOTech, and there's St. Panoy pretending he's in Halo. And right here we're trying to figure out who's going to do the duel, and of course Houdini with the pistol comes out, and we are going to they're going to get set up there. They're going to go to 10 paces, and they're going to try to shoot each other, obviously.
Make sure safety's off.
And of course, you know, taking this chance to heckle my brother a little bit. He is my little brother, of course, so I can do that. And everyone's head is spinning here, trying to... Now, to be honest, I'm really not sure that either one was hit, because obviously this is with pistols, and the accuracy is not the best with pistols, but they said that Houdini was hit, so they called it against us, obviously. And so we're going to have to take the walk to the back here for capture the flag. Here you can see just people saying, well, he didn't get hit, he didn't get hit. But it really doesn't matter. It was kind of fun to do anyway. Even though I wasn't the one that, you know, did it, obviously. But it was still fun to watch. Here's Houdini and Poe talking it out. And St. Panoy is right there in front of me. He's going to run out. And this, honestly, for me, was the least enjoyable of all the games we played. But it was still a lot of fun. It was just, compared to some of the other games, it wasn't as much fun for me because of the closeness, the CQB nature of this, and just how they could take up positions and make it almost impossible for you to move. Which is actually put on great display by this guy over here in the corner with the Polo Star. He did a great job of just locking down both the left side, which is a side I previously was trying to get on, and the right side, which I'm going to move up here, you know, and I'm well aware that he's over there and that he can see me, but I'm not really sure where he's at. So I spent most of the game just trying to get this guy out, and I move up here to where Houdini's at, and I'm firing in between these barrels here, trying to catch someone who's maybe standing behind him. I can see a guy, you know, kind of sneaking around there in the barrels, and I'm gonna wait for him here and try to see if he tries to break from cover. And of course, if he does, I'm gonna light him up. And of course, you know, I'm well aware that somewhere in front of me, about 20-30 feet in front of me, is that guy with the polo star. I can actually see him shooting across the map. And then there goes one of the guys trying to break for cover, and he calls his hit and walks away.
Tango down.
And I'm going to try to move up now. I'm feeling a little more confident. Maybe I got the guy that was the polo star. I'm not really sure at this point, but I'm going to try to at least find out, you know. So I want to move and I want to investigate a little bit there.
Dude, that polo star is going to be lethal if we don't take it out. Where is it at? He's right across here on the right side. I mean left, sorry, left. Okay, he's aiming right for us. There's a guy. Left side.
So here I see an opening and I just decide to go over. And I'm desperately trying to figure out where this guy is. I never see him. You know, just back up, try to get as much of a vision as I possibly can, and I get hit. I mean, that was probably the cleanest, most solid hit that anyone got on me there, and I never saw the guy, you know. So I'm gonna try again, and once again I'm trying to get this guy with the polo star. I'm just trying to find him, trying to get him out, because if I can get him out, then I can really help my team move up. He is really the only thing keeping all these guys in the back here. As you can see, we're fairly close to our spawn, so we're stuck back here.
You got this side locked down, dude. How are we gonna get past this?
So there you can see that we're pretty much pinned back here.
You? One second, I'm gonna frag this fucker.
So I'm going to try a little bit more, and then I'm just going to say, you know what, I've already burned 2 spawns on this guy. I'm not going to burn my third. I'm just going to give it just a little bit more of a chance, but I'm not really going after him. I'm going to see how far we can get on the right side, because I hadn't really explored that side as of yet. So I'm falling back over here to where St. Pinoy's at. And as you can see, a lot of our teammates just haven't been able to move up at all. And there's Honey Badger right there. And as soon as Honey Badger moves, I'm going to decide to follow him. We're going to take up positions here. And I'm really surprised that I don't see anyone there, but then when I see Honey Badger get hit, I know that they're moving around. I get this guy, and then I'm going to turn the corner here. And I'm going to see one other guy breaking for cover, and I'm going to get him too. And at this point, you know, I kind of feel a little more confident. I've gotten 2 guys in this area. I'm pretty sure if I keep moving, I might get a few more before the game ends. So I'm moving into this house here. And from here, I can really see their spawns. So if they're coming towards me, they're going to have to come by this house. So I see a bunch of people, but most of them are walking away. And I'm going to bang this guy right here. And I can also get the flag carrier, which is the guy over here on this left side. But I kind of have a feeling the game's over, and it's just not worth, you know, lighting him up for nothing. So that's the end of the first game, and we're going to switch sides here. And now we're moving in from the other side. And there's once again Saint taking off first, and Houdini. We're going to move over to the former right side, now our left. And I move here because I figured, well, I had a bunch of success on the previous game. So I'm going to take up a position right here and try to get these guys. And of course that happens. So that's the end of the first spawn. Then our second spawn here. I'm still focused on the left side, but what's kind of interesting is the other team, they started moving up a lot more, and they got really really far ahead here. So even at this point, just out of our spawn, we are actually taking hits. There you can see Saint kind of jammed over here by the barrels. Honey Badger's, or not Honey Badger, I'm sorry, Houdini is over there just in front of me. And this other guy over here on the left, he is moving in on his second spawn as well. So I'm trying to get this guy on the corner there. I kind of have a feeling he isn't going to call, so I'm just going to climb over these barrels here. Try to get over there, and of course I get absolutely lit up. I never saw the guy, but you don't really see it there in the footage too well, but he was standing right there, and I was just I was so focused on that left side that I never saw him. And this is actually the last game we really played, or I really recorded, because yeah, the last game, this is actually the second to last game, but the last game itself was basically just a free-for-all, no objective, no spawn limit, nothing. Sounds like a lot of fun until you realize that you're getting jammed in your own spawn and they're just spawn camping you.
Hey.
So here Houdini comes to help me out.
Standing back, he's looking through this fence line. He's watching me. Hey, maybe you can sneak up to the corner there and shoot him.
And there's Saint Panoy also coming in. And I notice that every time I move up to this crack over here by the fence line, that this guy can see me moving, and he's shooting either at trying to get through the fence, or he's shooting just to let me know that he can see me. But at any rate, I kind of wanted these guys to go through, and there I can see one guy on the corner. I get hit, and I wound up actually hitting him too. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, if it's successful, I am going to comment more often. Feel free to leave a comment on this video, and if you liked it, please favorite, please like, please subscribe, do whatever. Thank you very much.